Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ronan Vico. In this video, we're going to learn how to use a transcribe method using AI from OpenAI. Basically, we have the Whisper from OpenAI that is a public model that you can use for free. So for transcribing audio and video is pretty useful instead of consuming API tokens on OpenAI, for example. We're going to use Python to do this task. I'm going directly to the point, but just you to understand, the Whisper is a general purpose speech recognition model. It is training on a large data set. So basically, it's a model already trained that you can use to transform an audio or a video to a text. One important thing is that the performance varies widely depending on the language. So in my case, I use it mostly on Portuguese and English videos, so it works pretty well. So if you need to work with a different language, you should try or even train a little bit more the model. But for most cases, it works pretty well, even if in using the small models. I will show you that right now. So let's go. So the setup is pretty easy to do. The first thing that you need to do is to run pip install OpenAI Whisper. I already have it on my desktop, but I will run it so you can see. Basically, it's pip install OpenAI Whisper, and of course you need to have Python installed on your machine and also running it as an admin, right? After you run it, will be installed all the packages from the OpenAI Whisper, and you can move forward to the next step. The next step is to install the FFmpeg. That is on a library that is used to audio and video files. Here it says to use the Braille or Choco or Scoop, or if you are at Linux, you can use sudo, but I did using the pip also, and it worked. So if you have any issue, the setup tutorial says that you have to have Choco or Scoop or any other package manager. I used the package manager pip and it worked, so I just did pip install FFmpeg and it just downloaded and installed all the packages for me, and I can't move forward again. Also, some cases here says that you need to run the pip install setup tools Rust. I did not use that, but I recommended you to also run this last package. So pip install setup Rust. Being totally honest, I just run the strict following command. So I installed the OpenAI, I installed the FFmpeg, and also the setup tools Rust, and it is ready to go. Here is more about how to use the OpenAI Whisper. You can use directly at the command line. So if you want, you can call Whisper directly from your Windows or Linux. In my case, I am using directly into Python, and we have here an example on Python code, and I will copy that and use the same Python code here using the import Whisper, and after that we just run the load model and transcribe an audio. To test that, I will record an audio with you and see if it is working. And if you check here, I am not saying the language, I'm just saying the model that I want to use. That's pretty cool. So you do not need to set the language of the audio, but you can do it, and we can see this further. What I'm going to do here is just to test a simple audio with you. So a little bit of inception here. I just have here the last like 40 seconds of this video that you are watching. So I have the file right here, just cut it, and I'm going to use this exactly 40 seconds ago to transcribe and see if the text that I was saying like a moment ago, if it is going to work, right? So to have like a file of example here, just save it here, the MP4 video file. So you can use audio or video files. It's to work perfectly. I tested it, and I'm going to copy the path. So right click, holding the shift on the keyboard, copy as path, And instead of using the audio MP3, I'm going to change that, and I'm going to paste here the full path to the file, right? Before I run it and see the result of the transcribe, I need you to understand that when you run this code right here, you need to insert a model, right? And the model depends on what you need, what are your needs, right? And I suggest you to use the Tiny, because when you run it for the first time, it will download, okay? It will download all the model on your machine. And because of that, if you try to run turbo mode, that is the best one when we see the cost and efficiency of the performance, or the large, they have like a huge size, and I don't want to wait that long to test it, and so I just tested it using the Tiny and the base one, and I was surprised, being honest, because the Tiny one, it's so more small, and the speed, it's more faster, need more do not need a lot of VRAM, and it worked perfectly, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to use the Tiny method. When you run, again, if you run for the first time using that model and the model is not downloaded on your desktop, it will be downloaded. So it could take a while if you run the first time with larger turbo. And the model depends exactly what is your needs, okay? So let's go to VS Code. I'm going to change turbo modes to the Tiny, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to clear here my terminal, and I'm going to save this file right here. And now I'm going to hit the Python, run Python. So I'm going to wait some seconds, and here's it. I can see all the transcribe in like 2 seconds. It's pretty fast. Of course, it depends on your setup, right? So depends on your desktop settings. What I can say here is that you just need to run 3 pip install commands, call the transcribe. I recommend to test it first with the Tiny, and it works perfectly. Being totally honest here, for my purpose, that was to have all the text from a file, to use a model, after that understanding what the file is talking about. So basically that was my case here. I was trying to export, transcribe all the text from a file, and after that using the text, using AI again to understand what this video is talking about. That's what I did here. So the Tiny one, perfectly for me. And exploring a little bit more, because I don't know why you are watching this video, you can set the language and detect the language also. So if you do not know what is the specifically language of the video and you need that for something, here's a code that you can use where the model detects the language, and after that it will print right here for you. So just to have this example running, I will just copy that. I will paste here again. Let me change just the file path. I'm going to copy here, and of course again try changing the model so we can run it faster. I will change the file path here, and if I run it again, let me run here, we're going to see not just the text but also the detected language. That's pretty cool, right? We have other options here. So you can translate if it's other language different than English. So the translate is default. I think that can change in the future, I don't know, but I tested it and the translate method was just working to translate to English. So I can translate any language to English, but I cannot set the correctly language that I want to be translated. And also you need to use the medium or large. If you try to use the turbo or Tiny like we did here, it will not be translated, and Here says that will return the original language, but I tried using the tiny and it result just one word repeatedly. So I recommend you to translate using just the medium or large. Okay, the main purpose of me trying to learn that and now showing that to you, it's because I do have like OpenAI APIs running some stuff for me. Also, I use a lot of AI builder on Power Platform, but in some cases I don't want to spend tokens or credits to do like easy stuff like this one. I can run the model on my own machine. So you can also run an AI model on your machine to do easier stuff. We know that OpenAI, Gemini, or any other models are more useful and better than running into your own machine. But we are talking about costs, and for little stuff maybe you can use like a model on your own machine. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you watched this video to the end, comment down the word banana so I will know that you watched it to the end. I always leave a magic word at the end so I know that you watched it completed. So leave your feedback and write down the word banana. Also, write down your feedback about the subject of this video. Do you want me to teach you more about Python or AI? I want to know from you. So in this channel, I'm bringing a lot of content about Microsoft, but I also like to teach a lot of other technology. So please leave down your feedback about this subject and other subjects that you want to learn at this channel for free. Hit the thumbs up and share the channel so it can grow up, and thank you so much for watching. We see you in another video in another class, and please consider to subscribe.